morning, guitar players. Welcome to my every Thursday morning Facebook Live event. I do this every Thursday morning at 9:45 CDT. So glad you're here. I've been doing this for a little while, so I've got a bunch of videos. You can scroll down and see some of the topics I've talked about in the past. I usually do this for, whatever I can squeeze into 5, 6, 7 minutes. Today we're going to work on power chords. If that's a brand new thing for you and you have never done that, welcome to the rest of your life. It's going to be great because power chords are super versatile. You'll wonder how you got along without knowing a power chord. Last week I introduced the fingering, and so if you've never done it before, you might want to go check out last week's Facebook Live video. It's not a fingering that you're going to love the first time you do it. Maybe you've already been doing it a little while and you've gotten used to it. Your fingers will adapt. It's kind of a claw position, which is why, it's sort of awkward and doesn't feel natural. But your index finger goes on, right now we're going to put the index finger on the 5th string. Right now I've got it on the 3rd fret. I don't know why. I can put it anywhere. I just put it there. And then my ring finger is on the 4th string, 5th fret. And the pinky is right next to it on the 3rd string, 5th fret. And there is a C power chord. And you might know, but maybe you don't, that you can take this fingering and you can move it this way so that your index finger is on the 6th string, the ring is on the 5th, and the pinky is on the 4th. So there's your basic power chord fingering. And it's at least as important what we don't want to hear. We do not want to hear any open strings. That's super important because in a minute we're going to move this around, and I don't want to hear any open strings because, of course, open strings aren't going to move when I slide my fingering. So we want to keep them out. So the most important way to do that is to have your pinky mute the string that's next to the note you're playing. So for example, this is a G power chord. I've got my index finger on the 6th string, my ring on the 5th, and my pinky on the 4th string. So what that means is I really, really, really don't want to hear the 3rd string, or for that matter, the 2nd or the 1st. But the 3rd string is the one that's in danger of making a sound when you play that. So anyway, let's talk about what we can do with this fingering now that we're over the hump and already doing it. By the way, your middle finger does nothing. He's just up in the air doing nothing, staying out of the way, and that's important. So anyway, I'm going to call this my 1 chord. If you're not used to using numbers, it's too late not to. Numbers are the best thing. If you think I'm wrong about that, you're wrong, I'm right. Numbers are beautiful. Numbers will help you figure out what chord your ear wants to hear. So keep your mind open about that. I'm going to call this my 1 chord. And right now I've got my index finger on the 3rd fret. So that's a G note. That's the root of the chord. And so this is a G power chord. And when my 1 chord is here, I can just hop up 1 set of strings. Now my index finger's on the 5th string. He's the root of the chord. That's a C note. So thinking in numbers, when 1 is here, 4 is there. 1 is here and 4 is there. Now that I got you thinking in numbers, or maybe you already think that way, good for you. If 4 is here, guess who's missing from the party? 5. And those 3 chords are the most important chords in the universe, truly. If you think, if you're not convinced, try messing around with them and you'll notice that they sound really good. In fact, it's hard to make them sound bad no matter what order you put them in. So if this is 4, sliding up a whole step or 2 frets gives you 5. So look what we got. So you might feel like a a rock and roll animal about now, which is good. If you've got a song in your head that kind of has that kind of mood and style to it, playing like this is going to make your song sound like something else. So if you've had this sound in your head, and by the way, you probably do have it in your head because you have heard it your whole life. This is one of the most common fingerings that guitar players use, a power chord, and now you can see why. With this same fingering, with the root on the 6th string, the root on the 5th string, and sliding it around till you find something that you like. So maybe in a future Facebook Live little mini lesson, we'll talk about what other chords would sound good. Where can I slide this? The answer is everywhere. I'll just tell you right now, everywhere and anywhere that sounds good. So we're going to talk more about that. Hey, if you like these Facebook Live mini lessons, I would love to hear from you. Suggestions for next week or future Facebook Live topics, things you'd like to learn about, hear about, get introduced to, learn more about. Please leave me a comment here in the comment section. You'll see in the description, I've got the link to my website. I've got a link to my YouTube channel, lots and lots of other free mini lessons on there as well. Check them out, have fun. And I also have done my first Zoom class, and it was a blast and went super well. So we're planning another Zoom class in June. What you're going to want to do is sign up for my monthly newsletter so you can stay current with classes I'm offering and just whatever else is going on. I've got interviews with Nashville pros and star students of mine who are doing amazing things that you're hearing on the radio. So anyway, you're going to want to sign up for that newsletter, which you can do on my website. I think you can do it here on my Facebook page as well. And then just once a month, it'll just appear in your inbox and entertain you, I hope. So hope to see you next Thursday, 9:45 CDT, where we do, I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe you'll have a suggestion. I hope you share your thoughts and interest with me so we can all have more fun. All right, rock on.